Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Subnautica! I am Kamchak Fisco. Come join me for an ocean adventure. Woo! Get the sea moth. Let's flip the upgrade she has. Whoa!
Captain.
Ow! I could have planned that a lot better. Alrighty, what do you got, girl? Alright, Bessie, you have pressure compensator armor. We need those. Power efficiency module. Yeah, we can refuel you here. So, I mean, when you dock, you automatically get your energy back. So, we can get rid of that and the solar charge. I want you to have frickin' armor, man. Actually, let's move that one to... I want to move these around, because I want that to be slot 1. And I want sonar to be slot 2. And this is going to be the same configuration I'm going to have for the Devonian, which is the alternate Seamoth. And I have the components necessary to upgrade that one's depth gauge all the way up to 900, so that's ready to go. So I just need to get out to the other base and take care of that, really. Oh, never mind, I won't be showcasing that here. Because I just got hijacked by my submarine. It's fine, we're fine. Okay, so the power cell is full. Let me check... Stop the lag, man! Seriously, I still want my 5 decoys back. Go ahead and swap that for a full power cell. Charge the other one real quick. I love that you basically have endless power doing this. I'm actually going to put the upgrades for the sea moths in here, too. Just keep all the upgrades universally located. Okay. So I need to drop this benzene. It's not going to do me any good. It's only used to make the armor, which we already have. So I'm going to go ahead and ditch the benzene. Put that in my base, and add this to my fish collection. Alright, are you... Okay, you're under my base, so you're not in it anymore, so that's a step in the right direction. Fishy collection! Spine fish have been added. Ta-da! One thing I actually probably going to do now, especially since it's set up that way, with this being my filtration room, I might as well collect these. I love how it gives you salt, which can be used to make the disinfectant water, so it gives you super water and half the means to make more water anyway. That is loud! Okay, it's making more. This is my little viewport area, but what I think I'm going to do is that alien containment it was talking about, basically a giant aquarium. I want to put one here and one on the floor down here, so it's a double layer. And I could actually store my fish collection in the water tank, so they're free to swim, which would actually be really, really cool. What does it take to make one of those, though? 4 glass and a titanium. Oh, I can do that easily. Yeah, we already read all those. Okay. So, before we go any further, I want to read the Degasi logs that we got, because I've kind of been putting that off, trying to get all the other stuff done. And some of these were kind of already triggered. So, okay, Dilemma. This is one of the new ones. Paul was the father, if I remember correctly. You know what, Maida? You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer east of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's gotten it in her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled star walls from Neptune, class steel to the Federations. This family operates in 9 different mining colonies across the Aradni Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead? Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful to me. So it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degasi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship, or take us deeper into the search of answers. And all the while, be hoping the old age gets to me before the sea monsters do. 10 years. The transmission was, what, 7 years and months, I believe is what it was? How long it would take for a rescue ship to get here? And we're here technically with the hidden mission of rescuing the Degasi. And it took us 10 years to get here. Which means we would have to survive for 10 years, notwithstanding the virus, or the bacteria, to be able to wait for a rescue ship. So, yeah, I see why the message said an alternative way out of here, because we would have to. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium here to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. But there's nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about Torgal Corp's share price on the other side of the Federation. Yeah, that never happened, jackass. Bart Torgal, this world. I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He tells me it was childish, but I stare out the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. Marguerite had been telling stories about the wildest creatures you could imagine. The fish down here, they glow. There's like one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of the habitat compartment. Sure, it's not all friendly. 99% of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors, and when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the local fish. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says we need to understand this world if we're going to take advantage of it to survive. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without the proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, lets me see the world in a way a spectroscopic analyzer never could. Lately I've been watching the crab snakes that live down here. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't consume settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushroom, which feeds the herbivores. So the chain continues. Coevolution just blows my mind. So we've got the Degasi voice logs. I wonder if they're ever actually going to add voices to this, because that would actually be really, really cool. Pecking order. Son, there's always a pecking order. In our world, money makes the hierarchy. I paid Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me. I'm still the top of the pack. But if money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions? All that education, and I'm still schooling you. We need her. I let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told. But what if she doesn't? For enough money, she will. People always do. God, he is an asshole. What is that thing? I don't know. I found it outside in the mud. Part of another ship? None I've ever seen. It's not even scratched. Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something. Stand down, Chief. If it were going to crumble to dust, it kind of would have done it when I picked it up. It's glowing. We're not the first people to come to this planet. People, maybe. It could be aliens. It could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't got time. We ain't gonna find out by staying here. Okay, so that's all the new Degasi logs. We read up all the ones on the search and rescue, which would be our stuff. Operations logs. The scanner room voice log. Officer Keen. The way I see it, no one's to blame here. She gave me the wrong coordinates. He didn't give me clear instructions. Okay, I'll rephrase. You've been equally incompetent. Now we've lost time, but we're closer to the planet. So if the Degasi's out there, the scan should pick it up. Why are we even helping the Mongolians? They're the competition. Enjoy your short leave on Sangel Station? Like having fuel in the tanks? Thanks to the Mongolians. We run the scans, we show them we didn't find anything, and we say thanks for the free dinner. Clear? Sir, there's something odd on the surface scan here. Turn that recorder off. So they saw something with the scanner before we got hit. They knew something was down here and they approached anyway. What does it say for the alien containment? Because that one really has me wondering. Despite huge Altera-led advancements in stellar technology, exploring new worlds still has its challenges. Alien life forms are one of them. The alien containment facility is designed to mimic the natural environment outside the habitat and facilitate scientific research. Units must be installed in a multi-purpose room modules, may be connected between rooms stacked in a column. A hatch must be installed in order to access the containment unit. Flora and fauna may be kept alive indefinitely, provided a steady food and power supply. The containment unit must provide perfect environment in which to study alien feeding and breeding behaviors. Environmental controls may fail if the unit is overpopulated. Never tap the glass. You don't know what'll tap back, or how hard. Interesting. Water filtration system. Filtration system draws water, unfit for human consumption from an external source. Atomically splits it into its constituent parts and then outputs consumable liquid waters and salts, while disposing of any harmful byproducts. It can be built into a compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. Altera water filtration system. Any liquid into pure, refreshing, pH-balanced water. Yes, sir. Any liquid. It would still need hydrogen and oxygen. H2O? Okay. That's a lot of public documents. What is this corrupted one? What? Never mind. It's corrupted. Alright, so we get back to the public documents later. The nuclear reactor. Yeah, that sounds healthy. Renewable energy source will usually be sufficient for maintaining a small outpost. For everything else, there's nuclear power. Powered up by 4 replaceable uranium reactor rods. Do not attempt to replace reactor rods without a full radiation suit. Do not attempt to overclock the reactor. Why would you overclock a nuclear reactor? It's not a video card. Nuclear is ideal energy-intensive operation for such as self-sufficient colonies supporting more than 20 people, industrial outposts operating multiple docks and heavy machinery, research station housing live specimens. We don't really fit any of those criteria. You know what? We haven't looked up the warpers yet. I'm real curious about them. Unknown, unknown, unknown. Lovely. Head. Unknown mechanism located in the head region makes this life form capable of phase-jumping itself and other organisms to different locations. So it's using the same technology as our warp gates? Great. Torso. Appears to hunt other life forms, but no digestive organs have been identified. Internal structure considerably more complex than other known organisms. No available biological archetypes to draw from in memory banks. No genetic crossovers identified with other local life forms. Demonstrates no recognized defensive behaviors. Origins and ecosystem role unknown. Assessment. Further research required. You don't say. Okay, this sumbitch scared the hell out of me. Mesmer. A small carnivorous life form with a unique hunting mechanism that enables it to hypnotize its foes. Yeah! Outer wings. The Mesmer swims using a number of wings which can be angled up and forwards in the event of an attack. Tiny lenses in the surface can be tilted independently to create a mesmerizing patterns capable of subduing the target. Outer shell. Predators become transfixed. At the point which Mesmer opens its jaw-like recesses of its protective outer shell and eats the victim alive. So if you don't pull away, it'll keep eating you until you're dead? Assessment. Avoid. Don't even look at it. Yeah, because when I look at it, my onboard AI freaks the hell out. I'm going to hold off on reading these for now, guys. Let me know if you actually want me to jump in and start reading some of these. Because they're informative and all, but it's not as a higher priority as us moving forward. So at one point I will stop and read all of the unread logs of the flora and fauna, if I could talk correctly. The public documents are always weird. Let's go ahead and read these. These are usually good for a laugh or just, what the hell? Alterans have... Whoops, that's not the start. Charity is an archaic concept which the realism of today's Altarians have rendered obsolete. We understand that we are each responsible for ourselves, but the best way to get the most for ourselves is to work together with Altera. The implication of this reasoning is clear. If someone is in need, they must find a way to be needed. Okay. That's... If someone needs something, they need to find a way to be needed. What? I thought your whole society was built around you figure out what people are good at and you place them in that job. Why would they need to... Okay. Just seems counterintuitive to what they've told us before. Altera Alms is a training academy for those that need to be needed. That's a sentence. We're not a charity because we don't ask for handouts. We prefer to think of ourselves as a philanthropic beneficent. Wow, I tripped over that word. We prefer to think of ourselves as philanthropic, beneficent facilitation service promoting synergy between employer and workforce. That's a hell of a way to put it. AA operations on the lottery system. By investing any number of credits, you will be entered into a prize draw. Larger investments yield higher chances of winning. Your credits go towards training unskilled colonists in vital tasks such as maintenance and interpersonal skills. Colonists received this training voluntarily and free of charge, on the condition of the minimum contract with one of our investors on completion of the training. So basically it's like corporate training. You get trained, then you go work for them for a while. So people donate money on a chance to win a prize for themselves, but the money is used to train the unskilled workers. So it's like the lottery system, but the money will be used to train people. That's actually an interesting system. Join Altera's board of directors. How about no? It's not about money. It's what every director on Altera's board has told me, and I believe them. Then you're an idiot. Profitability is just an interim measure of success. Power and status are the real goals. Okay, now I believe him. Make enough profit for Altera Corp and you'll be recognized with the most powerful business people in the universe. Establish a company that obliterates the competition and after compulsory buyout.
Dehydration detected. Fluid intake recommended.
I'll drink in a second. Here, hold on. After compulsory buyout, you can be promoted to the board of directors. Perks include travel, free use of company phase gates, entourage, personal assistance for every facet of your life, longevity, automatic organ replacement, Altera. Get what you deserve. Yeah, I'm sitting on the planet that says we don't always get what we deserve, bitches. So outside of the alien life forms, the rest of it is literally just red up. So we just got the flora, the fauna, and the carnivores. I guess more water got finished. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some food here. I'm gonna call this super water. Because let's be honest, that's kind of what this is. Doop. And we got all this extra salt that I'm just gonna put in our miscellaneous for now. We may or may not need that in the future, so I don't know yet. Alright, so the next big thing I gotta do in this game, which I'm actually gonna do off camera, is zip over to the island, upgrade the Seamoth that's there. And then essentially, outside of the 2 wrecks that are wherever the hell the Grand Reef is, everything else is literally just exploring and figuring out what the hell we can find out. So we can finally start... We don't have anything particular pushing us forward other than figuring out what the alien story is besides the wrecks from our own ship. So that's actually going to be really, really cool. I'm looking forward to that. But that will have to wait for the next recording session, so... I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more farming, upgrade the other Seamoth, and then we should be ready to rock and roll. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy them. So y'all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, keep up the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below. Please remember to click that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone!